What is up, everyone? This is Mystic Wonder here, and this is the creation of Mysticstep. Now, I'm very excited to bring you guys this video because today I'm going to talk and share about my thought process of how I made my album Mysticstep. Now, Mysticstep was a project that I've had in mind for a while. This is my staple album name. So essentially, Mysticstep is where I am showcasing some of my iconic tracks and best work that I want to display. It's going to act like a milestone within my music career. So, maybe in 3 years or so, or, sometime down in the future, we will see a Mysticstep 2 come out. So I call it Mysticstep because it's dubstep, but it's my own take on it. So that's where the album name comes from. Now, I'll talk about the tracks on Mysticstep. So the first one is Sinister. Now, Sinister, my inspiration for this was I wanted to create something very heavy, also very tonal, good sound design to it. The sound design in this one, it's not necessarily like, crazy waveforms and stuff like that. It's very dialed in and it's very toned. A lot of the sounds you hear, those tonal metallic stabs, it was all intentional because I wanted to create something that was very big and full and very rich and harmonic. So that was my goal for Sinister. For the next one, Grimm, I don't know if I should call it like a rhythm track. I wanted to go for something that was not necessarily repetitive, but it's very present, very full growl stab sound. That's at the forefront. What I do is I have this growl stab just going throughout. The pattern is changing. I don't have much sound design in Grimm other than, this stab. That pattern is changing throughout the song. And I introduce a few fills to make it different. I chose to make this song that way because less is more in this case. You have drums, you don't have too much background effects or background noises. These sounds are at the forefront. So the next song after Grimm is Conjuring. My inspiration for this was I wanted to create another kind of pattern-like song similar to Grimm, but like a pattern in the sense of where it has a very strong opening, because the song starts off with this huge atmospheric stabs and reverb, and it just sounds giant. And then it comes down and it's centered and you hear these metallic stabs going through it and a few other like fills and stuff here and there, but once again, like Grimm, the stabs are very present. That's what I wanted to do there. The other song after that is Elevate. Well, before I talk about Elevate, one last thing about Conjuring. So the last part about Conjuring is the drop is very complex. The drop starts off, it has the stabs and all of that, and then it goes into the build-up and a second drop. The second drop has this huge sustain growl going throughout it with the stabs, and the stabs are getting faster, so now the focus is on the combination of all of these different elements, giving it rich, tonal, unique characteristics. So the song after Conjuring is Elevate. Now, Elevate, I would say, is one of my more kind of up-tempo, I guess I would call it a dubstep track. My music, to me, falls somewhere in between like tear out, dubstep, rhythm. It crosses over a lot of different genres and subgenres and whatnot, which is why I call it Mysticstep, because this is my take on, taking a framework and then breaking the rules and making it sound however I like, creating something new. Elevate does just that. Elevate is one of my more kind of up-tempo dubstep tracks where kick, snare, the tempo is just going. Instead of it just being, like stabs or quarter note, like bass sounds, it has more of a different flow to it that you can really like follow along with. All of this sound design, I enjoyed making Elevate. The sound design in there is very unique to me, very tonal, very metallic, different effects, and the vocal sample were on another level. It just makes sense with the song name. And that was what I wanted to get across with this song. My sound design, at least to me, has improved tremendously in such a short amount of time. That is something that I'm priding myself in. No matter, how much progress I've made, whether it's big or small, to me, for myself, it's a tremendous leap, and these are things that I'm very proud of. So the final song in the album is called Underworld. So Underworld, this song is meant to also kind of showcase a dubstep-ish vibe similar to Elevate, but instead of it being super high energy, headbanging, it's a different vibe. This one is more heavy, aggressive, kind of like metallic, but even like talking, basses. They definitely sound, very vocal. They have like, vocal elements and stuff. I achieved this through different complex filters, waveforms, and all of that. Like I said, and this goes for all of the songs in the album, all of the sound design was very intentional. When I created these waveforms, when I applied all the filters and effects over it, everything is very dialed down, very toned very specifically to get the result that I wanted. And Underworld does just that. It has 2 drops. The first drop, you're introduced with these metallic kind of growl sounds. Afterwards, it leads into a second drop. It's another sustained sound that's like falling down, kind of. It feels like it's, it's pitching down, and you have these huge metallic growl, tonal, in your face kind of sounds. And the fills in this are these like deep vocal growl metallic sounds as well. This whole project, it was very special to me. A lot of these songs were actually created probably 1.5 years ago. To be honest with you, a lot of these songs I created around, I forget exactly, but it was definitely, a few years ago. I have some more, newer songs in the pipelines that my mixing and mastering has improved tremendously since then. I can't wait to showcase all that new music for you guys in the next project. I wanted to put these songs out, even if they weren't reflecting where I am today, because I have come a long way since then. I want to show everyone the progress. I want to show everyone the improvement. I want to show everyone the journey that I'm on and all the progress that I've made, whether my mixes start sounding cleaner, the sound design continues to improve, and everything just starts fitting together even better. There you have it. That is the creation of Mysticstep. Thank you everyone for watching. Make sure to stay tuned for more content. Hit the subscribe button to check out more content. I have plenty of videos already on the channel, but more are in the pipeline coming your way. So thank you everyone for joining me and hearing the creation of Mysticstep. It is available on all platforms, so make sure to go check it out, give it a listen. I appreciate everyone's support. This is Mystic Wonder, signing off, and I'll see y'all in the next video.